Facets, so just my luck, it decides to rain on the day I decide to film. It's raining, raining. Luckily, even though it's raining, I still have a good bit of natural light, so let's start the survey. Alright, let's begin. Today I'm doing the ladies survey, and this is question 1. Who are your favorite female YouTubers? My favorite YouTubers, I probably have to start out with my fellow facets, most of which are female, and I've become great friends with them. The Sarcastics, they're another collab channel, and they have really good social commentary. Emily the Brave, she's the YouTuber from which I got this wonderful survey. I recently subscribed to her. A less well-known YouTuber I'd like to shout out to is E Walker. She just started, but she already has a great vlogging voice, and I think you guys will really enjoy her. Question 2, who are your favorite female athletes? So really nowadays the only sport I'll watch is international soccer, and because of that I would have to say Megan Rapinoe. She's a midfielder from the US women's national team. Question 3, what is your favorite book written by a female with a female protagonist? I'm really terrible at remembering books I've read, but a recent one is Anna and the French Kiss. The book is written by Stephanie Perkins, and although Anna isn't a really great female protagonist, the book is really well written and the supporting characters are very fun. Question 4, what is your favorite film written by a female with a female protagonist? I'll have to say Mean Girls, because it's a very iconic film for a decade and it's one of the most quotable movies I've ever seen. Question 5, who is your favorite female character of all time? I feel like if I picked one, I'd be disgracing the rest of them. My favorite female fictional character is Hermione Granger. Now I know a lot of you would pick Luna, but we definitely got a lot of character development for Hermione, and I really identify with her intelligence and her bravery. There's so many times in the Harry Potter books that without Hermione, Harry and Ron would either be dead, expelled, or wouldn't get anywhere. Question 6, what is the biggest problem facing female creators today? I feel like the biggest problem facing female creators is that when they write something or they make something, it's kind of expected that it's going to be like a chick flick or it's going to be for women, and it's usually not considered as being just art, which it really should be. Hopefully we have more positive changes like with J.K. Rowling, who you don't really think of as making books for women as opposed to books for people in general. Something that I think makes a huge difference with female creators is marketing. Marketing basically gives a representation of what the audience should think it is. Like if you look for a trailer for a film, you'll notice that it usually targets a specific kind of audience, which I don't think is fair because that's creating stereotypes for that kind of genre. And I don't think creating genres in general is a bad thing. It helps people to be able to find things that they recognize. But when you make female creators into a genre, it's really hard for them to branch out their work. And it has a lot of people unfairly not taking a look at their work just because they're women. And they think their work won't inspire them or affect them, or they won't like that female creators' work. So simply changing the marketing ploys would probably benefit female creators in a huge way. I'm just gonna read this one off. Question 7. Do you think YouTube and online video in general are better or worse suited than television for tackling the problems and prejudices women face in the workplace? I'd say YouTube and online video, but not by as much of a margin as a lot of people think. One thing that I notice with female YouTubers is they're much more likely to get really negative comments just because of who they are. And although between YouTubers and the Nerdfighter community in general are really nice to female YouTubers, there is still a lot of work to be done in the general scope of the internet. Like a lot of people who said before, the producers on TV have a lot of say in what goes on, which does limit the creativity for female creators. One of the advantages TV has, however, is that it affects our culture much more than online video at this point. Question 8. What do you pledge to do to make the internet a much safer place for all internet creators? Well, seeing as we only have 40 subscribers, I don't see myself having that much an effect on YouTube. However, leaving encouraging comments and calling out people when they're saying something that's quite offensive can definitely help. Number 9, story time involving women. So I became really good friends with someone at college because in the morning she and I would always sit together and have breakfast and talk about really nerdy things. And I found it was really nice to have a routine with a friend and definitely count on a time when I can talk to someone about anything I wanted to. So that's my story. Tagging time. I'm going to tag Julia, I'm gonna tag Regan, and I'm gonna tag the Fellowship of the Ning. Joyeux anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire à Regan. Joyeux anniversaire. The Sarcastrics, they're another collab channel, and they're